back in Monteriggioni to look at some stuff. Right, so I thought while we're here, we'll buy some stuff. Shall we talk to the painter? We don't need to talk to the painter. We need to talk to Mr. Owl. Mr. Owl, what apparel have you got for us? Dye clothes. Let us go back to... For this episode, we'll go back to... What's that one? No, I didn't like that one. We'll go back to Assassin White then. Good old traditional Assassin White. Oh, do you have any pouches? Oh, do you have any pouches, sir? Pouches? Pouches? No pouches? Talk? Speak? There we go. Mr. Owl does not. Medicine we need. Okay, medicine. Dr. Volcano, I saw your nurse earlier. Nurse Blue. Okay, right, now we'll go to Nero Smith and see if he's got any weapons and armour. Hopefully some armour. I would love a bit of armour. I don't think he will, though. Repair, anyway. Armour? No armour. Weapons? No weapons. Small. Ammunition, we'll have some of that, though. Okay, right, now, into the tower. Tower? I'm talking about Overlord. Into the villa, which is the equivalent of a tower. Right, anyway, this should be a pointing episode this week, but unfortunately we have no pointing footage to do, so it's not a pointing episode. It's a normal episode. Okay, so if we go and collect the money... We don't want our sister to get any money. She did get a little bit of florins when I was walking around. Oh, and now we're a millionaire again. I just want to be a millionaire. So freaking bad, you know. Right, okay, downstairs into the Assassin Tomb. What should we call this? The Sanctuary. No, the Assassin Sanctuary. That's what it's called. Okay, here we are. There we go, Sanctuary. And we should turn a seal. So we've got Ilianti, or whatever it's called. Iltani. Place a seal. And that should unlock. Lock number 1. Good. We've also got Wayu. Place that on there. It will spin round. It will unlock the first lock, which is the second of ours. And we've also got... not him, Darius. Place that on there. Spin round. Now it's just 3 locks remaining. Halfway through. Good. Right now, as you can see on the map, there is a tomb here, which is the Uplay exclusive map, which you get from the Uplay rewards. I'm going to be doing that now. There's no seals, that's why I did the seals first. But before that, I want to go upstairs and have a look at the paintings, because somebody might want to look at the paintings. This is supposed to be a pointing episode, so I think it's good that we can read it here. I think it's okay with that. Okay, we haven't got this one. Let's look at this one then. Sleeping Venus by Gigono. A woman, possibly Venus, rests in the foreground as the hills of the background seem to mirror her profile. Slightly. Must admit her hand is in a rather precarious place. Annunciation by Leonardo da Vinci. The Archangel Gabriel appears to Mary, revealing to her that she will conceive Jesus Christ. This setting is the enclosed courtyard garden of a Florentine villa. But she wasn't Italian, or was she Italian? No, she wasn't. She was from Jerusalem. That's miles away. Pallas and the Centaur by Sandro Botticelli. A centaur has trespassed on forbidden territory, but is quickly brought under control by Minerva, who grabs his hair. Mean. I've had that one. We haven't had this one, though. Francesco delle Opere by Pietro Bertuccio. No. Portrait of Francesco delle Opere. Oh, it's a portrait of someone. Okay, right down this side. This one looks good and new. We have Madonna and Child by Filippo Lippo. That was completely wrong, but that was quite a cool name. Filippo Lippi. Saint Anne sits with her daughter Mary. Nothing there. There's that one though. We haven't have this one, have we? Baptism of Christ by Andrea del Verrocchio. Saint John the Baptist baptizes Jesus by pouring water over his head. And he's got a staff. Piece of Eden, I think we found that was. Okay, have we had this one? Gallery, your paintings are stored it. Minerva by Sandro Botticelli, The Garden of Venus, from left to right. Mercury, the 3 Graces, Venus, Flora, Chloris, and Zephyr. Zephyr. Reference there for you. And we've had Portrait of a Magician. Oh no, we haven't had this one. It's the 47 one. By Leonardo da Vinci, represents Francinino Galfurino, who was the Maestro di Campo of the Milanese Cathedral. Don't know why he painted him. And Venus and the Mirror Venus and the Mirror by Mebuse. Venus, the Roman goddess of love, graces at her reflection in the mirror. Very vain. And again, her hand is in rather precarious place. Federico di Monferrato. We haven't had this one. By Pedro Petruccio, Francesco di Monferrato and his son Gibaldo Federico was the famous gonfaloniere during the Renaissance. Oh. We've had... I don't know if we've had that one. No, we've had that. We have had that one. I remember that one now. This one? We have not had this one. Saint John Baptiste. By Leonardo da Vinci, St. John the Baptist sits in isolation. He holds a reed across his left hand while his right hand points towards heaven. Heaven's up there, folks. If you didn't know. Yeah, all the way up there. We've had that one. We've had that one. We haven't had this one. Simonetta Vespucci by Pietro di Cosimo. Simonetta Vespucci, referred to many as the greatest beauty in Florence, sits for this portrait, bare-chested. She was the mistress of Giuliano de' Medici. Don't sit bare-chested, that's rude. Put some clothes on. Venus Rising by Titian. After she was born from a shell, Venus rises from the sea as a full-grown woman. Again, put some clothes on. Portrait of a Lady by Leonardo da Vinci. Beatrice d'Estat, the wife of the Duke of Milan, Ludovico Sforza. We've had that one, I think, maybe. That's it, painting's done. Let's go and do that thing now, then. The doodad known only to us as the thing, in which is called the tomb. That was it. I forgot what it was called. Alright, off we go. There's nothing new there because we haven't got the last device needed for the last one. Now this one, like I said, is a Uplay exclusive map. I believe you also get it in a DLC, but I'm not sure. But if we go in here, here it is. Shall we go in then? In we go. Interact. It's got the Auditore symbol on there. The coat of arms. Auditore coat of arms. So we shall go in and see what we can do inside. Just got to wait for it to load up now. We're in the right room. Waiting on you. Anytime you're ready to Animus 2.0. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. It's the rat stars. He got caught in his little belly, bless him. Paying respects. Explore the Auditore Family Crypt. I can do that. Reach the ancestral burial chamber. Very well. And you can see here, with these little things here, you can read them. Interact. Venice, 1296. I was raised in a small house by the Venetian lagoon, within sight of the rough foam-capped waves of the sea. When I was barely old enough to work, I became a sailor, navigating the Atlantic first, as an apprentice, and then while carrying cargo for my father's patron, Messer Marco Polo. It was a good life. Okay, so this is from an ancestor of ours, and he was working with Marco Polo. Interesting. In Venice. Right, which way is this way around? Whoop, whoop. Side eject. Advanced wall jumping. I can do that. Do it all the time. Okay, I don't know why there's dead people up here. I mean, I know it's a crypt, but I mean, just lying around seems a bit silly. Okay, and page number 2, interact. Ashore. One day while ashore in the harbour looking for work, I fell in love. She was barely 20, but when I looked into her eyes, the whole world was reflected back, clearer and brighter than the sun. After that, I still went to sea, but my heart remained on land with the girl who had become my wife and our young son. Interesting, so we found love. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. There's a big statue there. I can't get a good look at it, but it's up there. Page number 2. Interact. Birthright. One afternoon that summer, Messer Polo called me into his study. My father was already there, beside an older man dressed in a strange hooded cape, watching us. At that moment, everything about my life changed. My father told me that he was an assassin. From removing his ring, he showed me a strange marking on his finger, explaining that our family came from an ancient order that protected and defended mankind. He paused, and then, when I didn't speak, Messer Polo stepped forward. He told me that the stranger in the hood would teach me, and in return I would carry him across the Mediterranean to Spain. Spain. And so began my apprenticeship with Dante Alighieri, one that was to destroy every bit of happiness I would ever have. Oh dear. Right, and... Right, it's a timer. It's a timed one, this one. It's a bloody long way. Bloody hell, mate. Okay. Hup. Whoops. Probably could fall down there. I think that's just the way back up down there, though. We can make it. This place was made by an assassin. I'm an assassin. I know what to do. No! Okay, take two. Come on, swim faster, mate. You can still do it. You can still do it. Okay, you can't. Definitely can't. Oh, well. Right, just climb up here. Up we go. Oh, I need to activate it again. Oh, come on, dries, clothes, drip dry. I like the fact they look grey. Now they've been in, they're all damp and murky. Go. Climb up. You know what to expect now. Right, again with the X. If I just don't hold down the X button, I should be fine. I only hold it down when I want to jump. Sorted. That was easy enough. I mean, I don't see how anyone could have fallen. Or fell. Right, where's page number... whatever this is. Interact. A mentor. In preparation for our voyage, Messer Alighieri met with me repeatedly. At first, our meetings were about purchasing supplies, but soon they became about higher things, about life, love, honour, and justice. He taught me that society was set up in such a way as to control its members, to stop us from thinking, from seeing. Soon I could look past all the laws and illusions. I understood that mankind was being used by its rulers, that we, the people, deserved freedom. It was then that Dante began showing me pages from a book that Messer Polo had brought back from the palace of the great Genghis Khan. The manuscript, the codex, was about our order, the assassins. And that's what the pages we are collecting. It's all related, you see, in some way. That one had no noise. Okay, I think this one is simple enough. We just simply got to do this. Swim! Swim faster before it closes on you. Ah! That's right, we're safe. We're fine, mate, we're fine. Okay, activate this one. Right. Now we've got to find the right way to get up first, otherwise we're going to lose time. We can do it though still. I'm sure we can do it. Okay. Up we get. Cross. Cross, quickly. Keep moving, sir. Okay, do we jump across here? No, we do not. Because we can't climb up there. Oh, we can. Oh, we actually went the right way. That's alright then. Right, what's around here then? Nothing on the floor. Or is there? Or is there? No, there's not. That's alright then. Thought there might have been. Right, page number whatever this is. An unexpected farewell. Our planned voyage never took place. While returning to Ravenna to pick up the remainder of his belongings, Dante died. Dismissed by the loss of my mentor, I went to inform my father and Messer Polo of the sad news. Before I could even speak, I was ushered into the study, and my father, his face white, locked the door behind her. Shocked, I listened in silence as he spoke. Dante intended to take the Codex to Spain where it would be safe, but he was being watched. The enemy of the assassins, the Knights Templar, still existed. I recalled the stories he had told me of the Templars, and it all became clear. Dante had been murdered. The Templars knew about the Codex, and they knew about us. Shaking, my father told me to take the Codex and leave for Spain at once with my wife and child. As Messer Polo ushered me out the door, he handed me a small piece of paper with a number on it. With this number, I could draw on his credit. More ductas than I had ever seen in my life, and at any bank in Italy. Okay, that's that done. Carrying on moving, I think we're nearly done. Checkpoint. Okay, let's do this. Okay, it's a very lore-heavy episode, this one, isn't it? I'm not complaining. You might be. Jump across. Free step across this and swing. Jump down. Jump across. Jump across. Oh, I did it. Next page. At sea, we set sail that night, the ship filled with cargo to sell it in the markets of Barcelona. At first, all was well. Then, to avoid a coming storm, we laid anchor in the old Taranto harbour. Cloaked in darkness, the pirates came. I didn't see them until they were already boarding my ship. I hid with my father in the hold. Pulling out the codex, I ran the worn leather cover through my hands. Then, I broke the spine. The pages slid silently onto the floor. I scattered them into the chests, boxes and containers I was carrying to market. The men who found us were drunk. I could smell it on their breath. When they asked for the codex, I knew who had sent them. Holding back my rage, I said that I had thrown it overboard. They started to laugh. 2 men held me down, still grinning, while the rest cut off my wife's clothes. She begged for mercy until her voice gave out. Once they were done, they threw her into the sea. They took my cargo and sunk my ship, and left me adrift, clinging to a piece of railing. I made it to the beach with my son. My wife's body washed up on shore the next morning with the tide. Wow. That was horrible. That poor guy. So are we supposed to take from this that the assassins are just like it just ruins everyone's lives? I mean, well, I don't know. That's pretty much what the entirety of the game is telling us, isn't it? Pretty much, if you think about it. Ezio's family had died. This guy's family died. Oh dear. Start again. I'll start it again. Oh, I wonder what happened though. Interact. Oh, at least his son survived. That's okay though. His wife's memories lives on in his son. That's what you should take from this. Sorted. And this one, what is this one? Read. A new name. I never saw the sea again. Making my way to Florence, I rented a small room and then visited the bank. I had memorized Polo's account number. With the vast sum I now had at my disposal, I went to Venice in disguise to find my father. I returned to Florence the next day. Both Polo and my father were already dead. From that moment forward, I collected treatises of architecture, studied the classics and took vocal lessons. I adopted the new name Auditore, impersonating a noble at the Florentine court. Accepted as one of their own, I took on the trappings of nobility and constructed this villa for me and my son. And then I hunted them. I raised my son to fight, to find the codex, and to kill Templars. Together we would regain the honor of my wife and avenge the death of my father. Two debts that could never be repaid. To the auditory that reads this, remember that you are not a nobleman. You are not one of the deceivers. You are one of the people. Avenge us. Poetic. Couldn't have wrote that better myself. Fantastic. Right, okay, let's go into the final resting place. So was that one guy, was that Domenico? And his son, who was his son? His son must have been the my grandfather, so my dad's dad and Uncle Mario's dad, because of course they're brothers. Yeah, that must have been what it is then. Oh wow, cool. So the one we were reading was Domenico. We'll just collect all this treasure. In fact, if we just do this, collect all this, then we'll look in the centre. So these two crypts here, one must be Domenico, one must be our grandfather, Uncle Mario's dad. Oh wow. Okay, let's exit this place then. Memory synced, family crypt explored. Now, we're at 20 minutes, so technically I could end it here. And I think I'm going to have to, because we haven't got time to do another doodad, have we? Story mission? No, we haven't got time. I'm going to have to end it here then. Alright, so sorry guys that we had so much to do this week, but obviously Well, I think we've now unlocked every side mission, or everything we can do for side missions. So now that we've unlocked everything, we've pretty much caught up with everything. So now we can just progress through it without having too much to do. Because obviously we're playing catch-up, really. By doing all of this secret tombs, we're just catching up. But yeah, that is it. I shall leave you in the fields of Monteriggioni. I shall see you next week, bright and early on Monday morning. Or evening. Goodbye.